Imagineering Pixar for the Disney parks. Please welcome Imagineers Bruce Vaughn, Eric Jacobson, Kevin Rafferty, Matt Walnos, Kathy Mangum, and Bob Weis. And from Pixar Animation Studios and Imagineers 2, Liz Gazzano, Roger Gould, and John Lasseter.
Hi everybody, how are you? So I'm John Lasseter. I wanted to let everybody introduce themselves. Start with Matt.
Matt Almos, I'm a creative director for Walt Disney Imagineering Creative Entertainment. Bob Weis.
Bob Weis, Walt Disney Imagineering, working on Disney's California Adventure.
Kevin Rafferty, I'm a writer and director at Imagineering.
Kathy Mangum, executive producer, Cars Land.
Bruce Vaughn, chief creative executive for Walt Disney Imagineering.
Liz Gazzano, executive producer of theme parks at Pixar.
Eric Jacobson, I'm the creative director for the Walt Disney World Resort. Roger Gould, I'm the creative director of Pixar's theme parks group, which exists solely because that guy John, he likes too much.
I wanted to actually start, we were backstage talking and I found it really interesting too. There's a lot of us here that got our starts actually working at the parks, right? I first started in the summer of 1977. I was going to school at Cal Arts. And I lived in Whittier, just up the road. And so I started the summer of '77 as sweeper in Tomorrowland, the summer Space Mountain opened. And then I transferred over to the Jungle Cruise. And so, wait, so who else worked at the parks? Kevin, what did you do?
I started the summer of '74 at the Plaza Inn washing dishes.
Find their dentures.
I went in the trash and found their dentures, yes.
Yeah. Bob?
I started as an ice cream popcorn vendor, but then they had us start doing balloons and I couldn't keep the strings from getting tangled, so I quit.
Kathy, you worked.
I worked in Adventureland selling shrunken heads that glow in the dark and rubber snakes, exactly when you were on the Jungle Cruise.
So we want to go back in time. It's like, Kathy, you're there.
I started in 1971 as the rear end of a Jungle Book elephant costume.
But that's not why you were hired, right?
No, I was... Okay, I must take up all of our time. No, I was actually hired as a Christmas tree. But one of the Jungle Book elephant rear ends couldn't make it, so I got promoted. Before I even started. So I got a nickel more an hour because I had to learn a routine.
Really? You got paid 5 cents more?
It pays more to be a butt than a tree.
Okay.
Can I just do a shout out for the mystery thing? This is John. When did you guys do?
So that's, my family has heard, and all my friends have heard about the Jungle Cruise. I talk about it all the time because it was really, really one of the most fun things I've ever done. Actually, it had a big impact, on my sense of comedy and all that stuff. And so, the 50th anniversary of Disneyland, I was the inaugural. If you remember that, they had one gold boat during that 50th year, and I got to christen it and do the maiden voyage. So I got to put the Jungle Cruise outfit on, and I studied the script, and I did it with my family, and all the Dick Cook was on the boat, and all the executives and stuff. It was really incredibly fun. And my youngest son's sitting there. I said, I get to put on my Jungle Cruise outfit again, and he goes, it still fits? I go, no, they're going to give me a bigger one. So anyway, but that was...
Now, what summer were you there?
I started on the Jungle Cruise, it was 77.
Okay, so my challenge is, one of you has it. There was a guest there that summer, 77. You don't have any photos of you as a Jungle Cruise. Okay, a photo of John Lasseter, summer 1977. I'll give a tour of Pixar to the person that comes up. You authenticated the photo. But you maybe want to talk about the first time that Pixar showed up in the park.
It was right after Toy Story came out. I think the very first thing ever of a Pixar character was there was a parade at Disney MGM in Florida, and we went down there. You know, I took my family down there because I had to see, because of my experience, my love of growing up here in Southern California, going to Disneyland all the time, then working there, and just to have the characters that we created actually be in a Disney park. I was so excited, so we went down to see the parade, and I'll never forget that. And just, it was right when it first came out, and little would we know that it just, is that from it? Let's picture that. That's the parade stuff.
We've been taking all week.
Yeah.